We're in back out in eastern Moore County. This is a dryland cotton field. We had wheat here harvested June 2020, and so then nothing planted after that. We had earlier on last year, of course, had more stubble on top, a lot more stubble, and some of that's gradually deteriorating now, but there's nothing here, no wheat, nothing planted last year in 2021. So it came right in. The overall situation here, it's an evolving situation with some good things, rain events, 2 rain events happening with giving us nearly 2 inches or so in that ballpark. I'll know better by the time I see the weather report, the updated weather report from our station here. But last week we had really quite a blessing with the rain out of a couple of events here, and but it's also what came before that. And the overall overview of it is we've been an exceptional drought. If you look at that Water Weekly map, so it's been we have had a much more difficult, challenging situation as far as moisture goes, and the soil moisture available to plant into compared to our situation last year, where we got some additional rains in May that really helped us out, really made a difference. In fact, we were, if you recall, we were waiting on the rains to slow down, so we finally did get to plant in late May. This year the grower was able to plant earlier and planted the 11th of May out here. Same row spacing, 30-inch row spacing, and 25,000 seed. That population is lower than last year. Maybe makes sense given the kind of start with less moisture and soil moisture and all that, more challenging. But it's been a very tough go on the front end. The other thing I'd like to point out is we have had since planting. The interesting part of it is we've had about 200 as of last week, 280 heat units based on the growing degree day 60 heat unit model, which is compared to last year, our heat unit accumulation this time during some of the same period of the year is pretty much on target with last year, and I would say probably about average heat unit accumulation in spite of some of the cool temperatures we had after planting on May 11th, between planting and back in May after planting. Depending on exactly where you're standing, you've got plants out here that in this case, like here, 3 or 4 leaf, true leaf stage, but then you've got other plants that are a good bit behind that, and some plants that, just like right here, that have just emerged since this last week, and some are still emerging. So we've got plants anywhere out here from the cotyledon stage to the 3 or 4 true leaves, but we've got more plants that are cotyledon, first, second true leaf. That's probably on average the most of what we have out here. We do have some weed pressure out here, and I think that'll probably be in the near future. That'll be addressed. I see on some of these younger plants that have come emerged earlier on, the thrips are out here too. So there's a little damage going on from thrips. I think as more of this cotton emerges, if the thrips continue to be a problem like last year, I'm sure there'll be at some point the thrips will be treated. There'll be a treatment for thrips too. So there was the other thing I guess worth mentioning too is there was in-furrow fertilizer that was put in 24/6 at the beginning of planting, and So that's going to help this young cotton too, with the challenges that we've got. What else? I think I've pretty well been over most everything. Like I say, the next couple of weeks, depending on what Mother Nature hands as far as the conditions and giving us a little more rain, with this cotton emerging, currently still emerging, and trying to, what has emerged, trying to grow, I think that's going to make a lot of difference for us in terms of, you know, say by 2 months after planting, how things are looking and how consistent our stands are and how this cotton is growing.